You've heard a lot of stories about spice on the news lately, and this morning, Mobile County Sheriff Sam Cochran is joining us. He's here to break everything down for you because spice really seems new to us because we've been so saturated with it in the news, but it's not new, is it?
It's not new, although there's different forms of it. It's been out for several years. At one time, it was legal to be sold in some of our convenience stores, but over the last few years, it has been outlawed. But during that process of outlawing it, it has evolved into numerous compounds. You would outlaw one chemical element of spice, and then they would change the makeup to a new compound, making it legal again. But finally, it has outlawed all of those compounds.
What is spice?
Spice really is potpourri that's been sprayed with these different chemicals, and therein lies a lot of the dangers of it, because you do not know which chemicals have been sprayed on that particular spice that you're purchasing.
So you've heard it called synthetic marijuana. Is it the same thing?
Parts of it is similar to the high that someone may get from marijuana, but people are overdosing from it. They're having serious hallucinations, and those are not things that you would get from smoking marijuana or cannabis.
Where are people getting it?
Well, at one time, a lot of the convenience stores were selling it. It became illegal, so they quit selling it. Some of them started selling it under the table, so to speak. But I believe that we've busted and made perfectly clear to those stores they cannot sell it. It's very serious offense. It's a Class A felony. So now it's being sold on the street corners and other areas by people that are in it to make money. So
is it illegal?
It is certainly illegal in Alabama.
Okay. How is it used? Is it smoked?
It's smoked in pipes or rolled up in cigarettes.
How would you know if someone next to you is smoking spice? What does it smell like?
Well, it's going to be a burning material smell, and I think if you've seen someone smoke it, you'll realize they're smoking something of that nature. It's I mean, you'll see that they're doing it, and obviously they'll have some reactions to it.
And it doesn't smell like cigarettes?
No, it's not going to be like a cigarette smell. It's going to be different because it's not tobacco. It's more of a plant mixture of plant material potpourri, and see, that can change a little bit too, depending on what type of potpourri they've used it.
You mentioned reaction, and I know that there are so many of you parents out there who do have questions about this, who have been thinking about this. Kids getting their hands on this, very, very scary thing. So what should parents look for if kids are getting their hands on this? How are they going to be acting? You know, mood swings and things like this. Sometimes when they smoke it, if they're, smoke it somewhere else and come home later, they may go into a state of depression or long periods of sleep and stuff like that. And of course, there's things parents can do. We have drug testing. The Drug Education Council, for instance, will do a free drug test for you anonymously, and we can now test for spice in those drug tests. That's the next question. What if a parent does find spice? What if their child is doing spice? What should they do next? Who do they call? Well, I would again recommend maybe the Drug Education Council is someone that they could reach out to for advice and where to maybe seek help or treatment. Also, this week we've announced that we're going to start a spice tip program similar to our meth text program. We're going to have it set up where you can tip us on spice. In other words, if you know someone that's selling it, know someone that's possessing it, or know somewhere where we can go find it, you'll be able to send in a text message to us to report that. Now, what if it is my child who I find they have spice and I text you, are you going to arrest my child? So a lot of parents don't want their children arrested. Obviously, we don't do that if someone is trying to seek help and help us to prevent someone else from getting a hold of it or something like that. Our is to prevent it and to arrest those that are responsible for selling it. You just want to help and get this off the streets. Yeah, we want to get it off the streets. I mean, the latest compound, it seems, that has hit the streets of Mobile and in Mississippi and Texas and even Louisiana, there's been a huge increase of overdoses and emergency room trips, and we know of a few people that the deaths appear to be associated with smoking spice. We're trying to inform the public, and make everyone knowledgeable of it, parents and all, because it seems like originally it's more with the younger generation, and it's even marketed as such. I mean, it's Scooby-Doos and Scooby Snacks, and the packages are designed around cartoon characters. So, what's with that? I mean, so we know that your teenagers are targeted for this type drug. And I know we're running out of time, but you just brought up that one quick thing. You said the packaging. They're small packages, and they have like Scooby-Doo on the front? Yes, things like Scooby-Doo or Scooby Snacks and just different cartoon type things. Again, and it's small aluminum packages, all about 4 by 5 inches. Things for parents to look out for. Absolutely. So if you have any other questions, you can call the Mobile County Sheriff's Office. Hopefully we did answer some of the questions that you have this morning. Thank you so much for coming in, talking with the Sheriff Cochran, and answering some questions this morning. Thank you.